Let's get it, let's get it, let's get it. Let's get it, y'all. We basically 5 days out. Welcome to another episode of I Don't Know What to Call This. I'm just excited. College Football 25 is here. Well, it ain't here yet, but it's on the way. It's on the way. We almost there. Look at this atmosphere, y'all. Look at it. We got some gameplay yesterday. I am recording this on Tuesday the 9th. So yesterday the 8th, we got our first look at some raw head-to-head gameplay. Shouts to Bordeaux. Shouts to Donovan Edwards, one of the cover athletes for EA Sports College Football 25. It is going down. They did a dope event, I guess, a few weeks ago down at EA. And they were finally able to put out some of that footage. And some of it was a little bit rough. You know what I mean? You know, you could tell they had to get their bearings up under them, but apparently the second game they played was on Heisman, so it looked a little bit better, even though they shot the score up. But hey, it's college football. It's gonna be more wide open. Y'all do me a favor. Y'all know what time it is. Like the video, subscribe, share this video with somebody who is waiting on this joint just like you. It means a lot to me. It means a lot to all content creators. Shouts to everybody who you may follow or subscribe to that's out here on this grind, just trying to bring y'all the information or bring y'all the satisfactory content that y'all need to help get y'all through the day. That's why I watch. I don't know about y'all, but that's why I watch. So I appreciate y'all for being here, for real. You know, one word that constantly jumps out to me as I've watched this video time and time again is fluidity, right? I don't have to have my hands on the game to be able to speak to how fluid this game looks. And I think people, if you look at enough YouTube videos, you'll see people in the comments leaning towards feeling as though it's too fast. The gameplay is too fast. First of all, just go play Madden, right? Just go play Madden exclusively if you want. Because the truth, and I love Madden. Listen, it is what it is. College football and the NFL are two different brands of American football, right? And so it's not that the college game is faster because the kids are faster. No, obviously you get to the next level, those guys are faster. It's the disparity, once again, between the fastest and the ones at the level below. And because of the nature of college football, that's what you get, right? So you're going to have more shootouts, more high-scoring contests. That's the name of the game. You got to be willing to accept that, right? First and foremost, you can play simulation-style football in this game and still have a final score of 44-38 because that's realistic. It's a realistic representation of the game. And I think we saw a lot of like the little things. They wanted to be sure that during this showcase, they actually showed off. If you read the deep play, the deep dive, you saw the breakdown on the different pitch types and all that. I think that's going to be a very interesting gameplay feature. Just having, you know, two different types of pitches as far as the strong pitch versus the quick one. The quick one you're going to use when you're in trouble, when the defense is bearing down on you. The fake pitch is going to be nasty. You know, it's going to really make for some dope highlights, you know, when you get somebody on that fake. But they just touched on a lot of the small things that, again, for you OGs who have been playing this game for a long time, an EA football title, which includes Madden, obviously, and NCAA from 14 on back, it's never been this detailed. We've never had this level of detail. I talked about this on my live last night if you were there. It's an amazing amount of detail. It's really a hats off to EA, really a kudos to their team and what they've been able to accomplish with this title, it's going to be amazing. I have zero doubt. Man, as you see with this run right here, the breakaway speed is going to be incredible too. He Donovan has a couple specific abilities that can help give his his guy a boost in particular instances. But man, the acceleration, the running game just looks again fluid, extremely fluid. If you're able to read holes and anticipate, like that is going to be your best friend. That is what is going to, what I've been talking about, create the skill gap in this game, which we desperately need in our football titles. Like, we really do need a skill gap. There's nothing wrong with being a casual and just hopping on and just wanting to play some football. There's nothing wrong with that. But bruh, we got some dudes out here that really do this. And I don't mean just the meta guys, the dudes that use 5 plays. I'm talking about the sim heads that just understand football and will dice you up. You can still, hey, look, that's me. You can catch me slipping now. It ain't like and that's the thing. We don't play the game to like be undefeated. Like, that's real talk. We don't play the game to be undefeated. We play the game to have a real competitive, put it like this. And I promise you, like, most days, I'm more okay with taking an L in a really good head-to-head match, right, than to run through a 5-game streak where nobody's really competitive. That's not fun to me. Make me earn it. You know what I mean? Like, I want to fight for it. That's why even in my offline dynasties, I do things like I set the play call limit in the whole 9 because I just want realism. I don't want to feel like I'm taking advantage of nothing, because that doesn't serve me. What serves me is the ones that I feel like I toughed it out. You know what I mean? I worked for it and I got it. Love those dubs. Now, the first, I guess, controversial take, if you will, or the thing that I'm seeing a lot of people, kind of getting up in arms about, is the wear and tear. Now, y'all know, y'all been watching the video, you probably saw the quick little touch on wear and tear earlier. And I talked to my homie about it. Shouts to J Kids. At first I was like, man, like a super important attribute like speed, to see like by the end of the game, a guy take a 6-7 attribute point hit on speed. At first it seemed a little extreme, but then I got to think about it. And there's other elements involved here. What level, how many minute quarters are you playing on? Are you straight up playing a ground and pound style, and are you playing against a team with some thumpers? Because if you take some hits, if you're taking some real hits, these boys gonna get you. And I've always felt like there needed to be a realistic representation of damage in a game, right? Like, just I'm hurting in a game. And speed is, in terms of a video game, say your running back has 94 speed and then you lose 7 points and now you drop to an 87. And that seems like it feels extreme, but at the same time, if you pace your guy out, you actually get your backup, you split the carries up a little bit. You don't overly use your halfback in this case. I'm okay with it. I really am. And they say that there's a 15-point cap on what they said were certain attributes. How far back does speed go? Because I remember, I think from the screenshot, he had like, in one leg was in the orange, and I think he lost 6 points of speed. So what if the other leg matches up? Does he lose 12 points, or is there a cap before that? Very important to know. I mean, because we don't want it to be OP. We do not want that. But we do want, again, for the sim heads, we want a realistic representation of the play-to-play progression of a game. And then, of course, for your dynasties and road to glories, I want it. I want to feel like I got a decision to make if there's a game coming up that's not that important and I'm not going for any awards or anything. Do I need to sit my guy, before this bowl game or whatever the case may be? There's a lot to think about, a lot to consider. So I just feel like, man, this is, as I keep saying, it's going to be a thinking man's football game. There are going to be elements in this game that we have not had to use our brain power for in a very long time, if ever, on some of this stuff. Extremely detailed. The depth is amazing. I am ready. Shouts to all the guys that's getting ready for their online dynasties, especially. I know we all running offline, but if you're going to be in an online dynasty, that's a whole other ball game, as you know. Bordeaux's footage was different from the joint, from EA's joint. He got slaughtered by Donovan twice. But yeah, you already know what time it is, man. We about to be locked in. I love the chess aspect on the game to game. I love what they keep referring to as the rock, paper, scissors aspect on the recruiting and everything going on off the field. It's just, this is finally our game, and they made sure to call it our game, and it feels like they meant that, when they sought out to accomplish that. So, boys, it's time. Shouts to all the Ultimate Team guys. They just dropped their blog today. I might tap into it a little bit for nothing more than nostalgia purposes, just because, play with some of those licensed guys back in the college form. It's on and popping, man. It's almost time, fellas. We are here. 5 days out. Subscribe to the channel. Like the video. Share the live. We here, baby. Let's get it, man.